Hello. Can you tell us what your name is and your connection to Brightmoor?
My name is first and last name, full name.
Whatever you want to tell us, who are you known by? It can be nickname, whatever you feel most
Cody
resonates
Mo.
with you. Cody Mo.
My connection to Brightmo is I'm from here. I was born and raised here. My family from here.
How long have your family been in Brightmoor?
Let me see, my great granny about 80 something.
Mm-hmm.
So probably her whole life.
Okay. Wow. That's really Brightmoor 100 years.
No doubt, almost 100 years for sure.
Yeah, that's what's up. What ways do you think Brightmoor has helped you navigate the real world? Or more of prepared.
It taught me grit, right? Mm-hmm. It taught me strength, perseverance, patience. Because where I'm from, you only got what you got. You don't grow with a lot. So it teach you how to be patient with life. You know, you gonna go through some pain for sure, but they help you understand that not all things come exactly when you want it, come when you need it. So, you know.
And you think that's a skill needed in a lot of different sectors of life? Yeah, 100. When you hear the phrase, or when was the first time you heard the phrase "Brightmo to the world blow"?
I don't know, maybe I was one. I can remember.
Okay, and what does it mean to you? Is it something that you I feel like outsiders say it, right? And we say oh, I'm from Brightmo, but what is it? How does it embody what you were just talking about, and with patience and the pride?
Where I'm from is underrated, underserved, and unappreciated place, right? So I'm a humble person, but I feel like everybody from here got that fire, that chip on our shoulder, so to speak. Just to show the world, show the city, this ours for real. We here as well, so I feel like that's what it do.
I love that. Do you feel like, as a Black Detroiter, and you could not have an answer to this, but that you have some type of relationship or connection to water?
Of course.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I'm a water sign, Pisces. So, our whole city is surrounded by water. Growing up, going to the Riverwalk was the thing.
Yeah.
Going downtown, being by the water. But water is mysterious though, you know. It holds more than people know, so it's kind of I don't know, I feel like the water draw people to it, you know.
Yeah.
The right ones.
Yeah. Do you think that water in any way has shaped your grief experience or grief practice?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's peaceful. Water make you feel at ease. You know, it's just a serene place. It's solitude. You could think, you can learn, you can cry, you can be happy. Water just bring you a comfort like no other, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. And so I also want to get a little big picture, and you mentioned being a water sign, and we can take water outside of a physical body of water and think about it as drinking water, or tears, or taking a shower. How is that, if you having a great day or if you having a fucked up day, how is just those three things helping you get through it? if it is?
Just remind me of who I am, right? So like, let's say I feel low, or I wake up with bold energy, or anything. Like, it's kind of hard to explain, but I could take myself to a place, like, physically, to where I feel like water, if that makes sense. Like, just relax, just, flow, calm down, be peaceful, let it happen, woo, woo, woo. Another way, since water is so calm and peaceful and serene and knowledgeable and wise, I kind of do the same thing. I just explain to my mind, if that makes sense. Clear my mind. And just think about being on the water, by myself on a yacht maybe, or whatever the case may be. Just put myself there, and it worked.
When do you think that you was like able to make that a skill and a practice for yourself?
Prison. Really before then, but I learned it in prison. Like, I learned the power that I had to do it, and to show other people.
When did you go to prison?
2015.
How old were you?
16.
Do you think now, coming back, it's been 10 years? You came back home last year, July. What was the Brightmoor that you left and the Brightmoor that you came home to?
It's kind of the same.
Really? But you've changed?
I mean, of course I changed, but you got small things that changed around the hood, but for the most part, it's the same.
Yeah.
I mean, the feel was what I missed. The feel of, like, being here, like being on the block. When I first pulled up on the block, I had a 7-hour drive, like 7-8 hour drive. I was on Telegraph, coming up 6 Mile, or passing by 6 Mile, and I don't know, when I hit Finkel and Telly, it was just like a feel I got. I seen that McDonald's, I seen Murphy, the G-Way, the Comey. I'm like, damn, this is the hood, you feel me? Yeah. I don't know, it's just a feel.
Yeah, and those are like memory landmarks for you. Yeah, that kind of restarted some things. It got you, do you feel comfortable? Yeah, that's beautiful. Tell me a little bit more about teaching other people, and I'm assuming other men, how to get to that serene place in your mind when you were in this institution that was combating it every day.
What you want to know? That's like 1,000-fold.
However you want to answer it.
Nah. Okay. I'm going to put it to you like this. Because I know you're going to have viewers. So I'm going to try to give it to you like that.
Talk to me like you're talking today now. There's a camera here, but you're comfortable here.
Perspective is reality, right? And reality is what you believe, your everyday life. Humans have a problem with accountability. And a lot of people are stuck in their way of thinking, and they believe it's right. People feel, and I'm not saying the way I think is right or the way the next person thinks is right, I'm just giving a perspective. People feel, or some people may feel, that their mind is broad, or they think outside the box, or they see different perspectives. But when you let people talk, you can hear them, right? You hear the way they think. That's what I learned by being in prison. When you listen to somebody, you can learn the way they think. Even the words, how they place them, the context they use them in, where they place them, all these things. So with helping people, it was like the hardest thing to do was to get people to see that they are the problem. The way that they think is the problem, you know? Because then it's like, no, you wrong. But I'm not wrong, I'm just trying to help you. But even if I am wrong, can you look in the mirror and see where you can be right or where you can be wrong? So it's like, that was really the hardest thing, was just getting people to see that their own mind was the problem. That's what was holding them back.
Yeah.
It's the biggest problem with humans.
Yeah. I think that's really beautiful that you were able to go to this, like, mentally be on the yacht, and then was like, I want people to come on the yacht with me or go on their own yachts, right? I think that that's what I hear you saying of like trying to do. How do you think that that connected or connects to your life's purpose? Like, I know you're young, you just...
It's funny for that question. That's what I'm supposed to do. From dark to light. A lot of people lost.
How do you see that like materializing here at home?
Every day. This interview. It's all a part of the process. I mean, I know y'all seen me look at my phone 9 times and it vibrated 10 times. I'm getting messages, questions, asking for advice. I mean, it's like when people see a light in you that they never seen or that they need or that they want, they gonna flock to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you in a very, very, very dark building and 1 mile away you see a very bright light, you go into that light.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like what people see when they see me. If that answers your question.
Yeah, I think that's a beautiful answer. And I think that despite all the things that I know from my close relationships with Black men that the world tries to make you see yourself, you are very clear on your self-image. And it seems like Brightmoor has had like a lot to do with that and distort that and change that. Or distort what I think America and the world tries to put on who you are. Am I understanding that correctly? Yeah? Great. So first, I know a lot about you, but I want to learn a little bit more about from 1 to 15 or 16, right? What was like the first grieving experience you ever had in your life?
The first that I can remember, my Uncle Pete died. Yeah, my Uncle Pete. Yeah, my road dog. He was about 70. I was about 5. That was my dog.
Tell me about Uncle Pete.
That wasn't the literal age. It was just, you know, analogy for the difference. But I don't know. I mean, I was kind of a kid, like a real small kid. So I don't really remember too much, but I remember him. I remember his face. I remember a couple things we did. He let me ride my skates. He let me ride my skates, bro, all the way like everywhere. We got on the D-Dot. We got on the freight. I was on the skates. Off the freight, on the skates. Everywhere, on the skates. Put me on his neck with my skates on. So it was like, that was my dog. But when he died, yeah, that's really like the first thing I remember.
Yeah.
For right now, as far as like my grief.
If you were to give, like, reflecting on a holistic grief experience, and grief can be not just like people passing, but all these different other things that shows up. what stages would you give grief?
Holistic. Elaborate.
Like, I'm not, how do I say this? Like, grief can look like transitioning. Like, I feel like in some ways, when like a parent passes, you grieve the parent, but you also grieve the things that they took care of that you now have to take care of, right? Or you grieve the transition of your character. Even if a good thing happened, like say for instance, you get a promotion at a job and you used to doing these regular things and it's like, oh, now I gotta get up and I'm doing other things that I don't do anymore. Grief can look like so many different things. So I guess when I ask this question, I'm not talking about your uncle in that space, but in your whole life.
So are you asking me in what other ways did grief affect my life?
No, I mean like what stages would you give it? Like what were your cycles to get to the yacht in the water?
Oh, okay.
Like what were the emotions?
It took a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it took a lot for this reason because mentally, you know what I'm saying, I'm strong. So I already was where I was with it, but I did feel how I feel. So it's a battle between self, you know, like hold on to the pain or move forward. So it was like, I would think about it a lot. I never knew until I read this book one day. When I was locked up, I read, it was something about Pisces in an astrology book. And it said that we dreamers, we live in our minds, but we also have a tendency to build up, I don't want to say a negative outcome or a negative situation in the mind, but I'm going to say emotionally stirring the situation to where it makes you feel negative, right? So like you build something in your mind. So like, for conversation's sake, dealing with a person, right? You might be like, man, XYZ going on, or this was going on, but then you be like, whatever. And then they come back, you know what I'm saying? Like, but okay, if that's not happening and I ain't tripping, I'll let it go. But why this ain't happening? So you just like come up with 1,000 different things and then you gotta go through that process. So I learned I had to cut that short, like eliminate that. Cause it's emotionally draining. Like you, and I ain't need that negativity. Like I didn't need the outlook like that. So once I eliminated that, I was able to go straight from grit pain to installation. And by installation, I mean, cause I operate different. So I like to compartmentalize things because I got a lot to deal with. So installation for me is like, it happened, deal with it, which means internalize it, feel it, deal with it for however long I need to deal with it, what I need to do. Lock it where it's locked at, move forward.
Yeah. I like that. So it sounds like that I don't know why I'm thinking of a complex like metaphor for it, but I recently watched Hidden Figures and I love everything about that movie, but there was a part where Katherine Johnson, who Taraji P. Henson played, where they were trying to, they kept figuring like the rocket was going around the earth like this, right? It was going circle, 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 and which it sounds like what your mind was doing, right? Like these, I got past that thought, oh no, I'm going right back to it. I got past that thought, I'm going right back to it. And what the challenge was how do I make it go from a circle, 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 circle to a straight line, go back down to earth. And so that's like, they had to do a whole lot of math and invent an equation to kind of get that there. But I think just as much as important that the world prioritizes getting to NASA or getting in the moon, it is Black men like you being able to have that mental control and that mental capacity to get past. Like, I think, alrighty. Thank you for being here.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're gonna go into some more like personal questions with your own trauma and grief. And so if there was a first time you could say, I like witnessed violence, what age was that and how did you process it?
What type of violence are we talking about?
Any type of violence.
Young, age. I don't know. I was young though. Mm-hmm. Young. Mm-hmm. I processed it regularly. Mm-hmm. Seen it, looked at it, was surprised, kept it moving.
Yeah. And when reflecting on that moment, is there any things you would tell like young Cody, or you wish, like any resources you wish young Cody had when reflecting on it?
No matter the circumstances, stay focused on the vision. Because I didn't do that when I was young. Mm-hmm. So stay focused.
And is that, I'm guessing the age that you witnessed the violence is different from when you were 16, correct? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so was there anybody in your inner circle that kind of was like a guidance counselor, a place to talk about emotions, feelings, those kind of things? Even in like the street life outside of school and shit like that?
Of course.
Yeah. Who was that for you?
A lot of people, but I ain't really accept it fully. So it was like, didn't really matter. I mean, it mattered because they was there, right? They tried.
Yeah.
But I didn't pay it no mind. I ain't see it that way. So it was really myself, for real, for real.
What do you think was, if you were to kind of put that guidance on one shoulder and then that other young Cody on another shoulder, what was the typical argument or like the voices in your head that was like fighting the advice that they gave?
What was the typical voice?
Yeah, like when you say it was many people, it makes me question like what was that conversation and what was that younger Cody that was like, no, fuck that, like, or whatever your response was.
Oh, you saying what was my thought process in my mind?
Yeah.
From hearing what they were saying.
Right. But tell me also what they would be saying, like, or if you could make it generic. Yeah.
Well, like, man, you need to keep playing football. You need to keep playing sports, basketball. You know what I'm saying? You can do X, Y, Z. You can make it out. You don't need to be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm getting this money. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it was like, yeah, I feel you, but you ain't helping me. You ain't doing it. You ain't putting food on my mama's table. You feel me? So what you saying to me, I hear you, but it's obsolete. It's irrelevant.
Right. Yeah.
So it'd just be like, yeah, I hear you, but this was going on right now. Fuck what you talking about. Excuse me. But, you know.
This is a safe space. You can use whatever language you need. Express your stories.
Like, that's pretty much how it went majority of the time, though. Like, some people, I don't know, I was kind of different when I was young. I ain't really care for real. I did, but when I got in that mode, like, if you know me, When I mean something, I mean it. Like,
Yeah.
that's just what it is. So I had people who stepped in and tried. My big brother tried,
Yeah.
but my big brother more like passive aggressive.
Yeah.
And he's smaller than me. He's a small man.
Yeah.
So like, I would take heed to what he said because he came from a 11th place and he knew everything I was doing. So it's like, but it would irritate me how he would approach me in the big brother way. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I already felt I was what I was. So that was like
A clash of like ego.
and I'm like, yeah, you know, and I'm like, fuck out of here. I ain't, you know, I hear you, but you ain't gonna stop me. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so, I had uncles, my other brothers. I got a big brother that's in the feds. He used to, he ain't really tell me to stop for real.
Okay.
Not really, being honest. He used to ask what I was doing. He wanted to be in the know.
Okay.
But he never was like, little bro, you need to stop. Just was like, you tripping. Tripping, bro.
Yeah. That's so interesting.
Now, what I can say I did do was take all those different opinions and different advices, and I took small pointers from all of them, right? That I felt that I could use to better me, and just brought it in with what I was gonna bring in from outside of that. So, what do I mean? So it's like think about turning compartmentalization into full storage or into one storage,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So all these different small things that I gained from those people, when I was rebranding self, pulling all those partitions out the, the storage
Yeah.
to make it all one,
Yeah.
that's basically what happened.
And that was while you were in prison.
That's where it started.
That's where it started. And so you would say it definitely wasn't wasted. Like you just didn't listen in the time that they were giving it to you.
I'm hard-headed.
Yeah. What made you want to start playing football?
I don't know. I came out the back end with a football year. I don't know. Football, basketball, I ran track. It was just second nature.
Do you think that for young 16-year-old men in Brightmoor, particularly black ones, are there more options outside of like streets and sports?
Of course.
Yeah.
That's where all the options is at.
Yeah.
Outside. Look, okay. I'm going to be realistic, right? I value the streets because of what it taught me and what I learned and how I can view life. Like when you come from that type of background, you can understand life in a way nobody else can.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say value where you come from, understand it, don't abuse it, but let it be fuel to the fire. You know what I'm saying? You can go wherever you want to go. For real, for real.
That's a beautiful thing in knowing that. Okay. And so I guess within that, your response to the question of like, what would you tell 16-year-old Cody would be the focus? Yeah. And it sounds like also sports was in that moment especially at that time, because sports is so different now. Like you got high school students making them crazy contracts.
I'd be so rich right now. Man, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I play old school football. This is new wave football. You don't even get tackled. Oh man, I'll be like 900 million up.
But that sports track was a focused track, but it was a delayed economic gratification, right? Like that money, it was gonna come in a lot of it, but it was gonna take a lot of time and hours, and it wasn't gonna be immediately food. So I think our neighborhoods and neighborhoods all over the world deal with this. It's like the trauma of poverty and the decisions that you had to make. How do you see your relationship to poverty now? How have you seen it change, transform, or even your relationship to money?
Ask me about no money, I might lose my mind.
Why you say that?
Me and money got a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
And I never heard nobody say that before.
Well,
But them and money got a love-hate relationship.
Mm.
But I mean, before I answer the money part, would you ask me again?
Well, I'm asking this question about young Cody was wrestling with an economic problem. And within tackling that economic problem, you found an immediate solution that was around your neighborhood that also had some repercussions. And so how you understood that solution now is very different, right? Because of the time that you've been able to reflect and get to know yourself more and the circumstances. So now the question is, how do you back in the same environment, and it may be different. What is different? If it is different, how are you seeing poverty now, and like ways to, like you gave an example of putting food on the table. How do you see that, your process to doing that now, given that you tried something that didn't put you in a situation that you wanted to be in?
Okay, I understand. Poverty is a mindset, right? It's, some people might not agree, but it's just a mindset. I don't want to get too far on that because I get to talking too much. But you gotta understand, like when something is placed in your mind, that just is what it is. Mm-hmm. If you don't know how to get it out, or if ain't nobody gonna show you how to get it out or take it out. So I view poverty as a mind frame, right? And then what I came back to was essentially the same for real, but minor differences. Now, what I'm looking at every day is lost people. That's what poverty is. Lost people. Mm-hmm. Lost. I don't mean lost in a negative way. I just mean lost like without direction. Yeah. Right? Because if you think about it, and I've been in poverty my whole life, so I ain't stepping on my people, you know what I'm saying? But it's like when you in poverty, you don't have direction. You may think you do because you think you want to go up, but that's not direction, that's just a way. Mm-hmm. When you in poverty, you living day to day. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it can add fuel to the fire or it can break you, right? I know people that it broke.
What broke?
Poverty, the streets. Mm-hmm. I know people that it broke, like close people. Mm-hmm. And I almost watched it, but just dealing with the young people in poverty, right? Mm-hmm. I had to learn that you can't just tell somebody something. Some people you can, because they have the mind for it, right? Mm-hmm. And some people are more believable than others when they explain something. But with the young people nowadays, like, you gotta really break it down to the simplest form for them. You damn near gotta show it to them, like, literally, for them to believe it. And that's part of the problem, right? Because that comes from desensitization, from being so desensitized on TV that you must see, like, I must see it, I gotta see it. So it's like, some things don't need to be seen. Some things don't need to be experienced. So that's the tricky part, you know, that curiosity with the young people. Because you try to give them something good and try to like I had a conversation with like 12 young guys, right? I'm 27. They was probably like anywhere from 21 to 19 to 24. It's like 12 of them. It's just me. I was just letting them talk. So I could learn them. I learned how they think. And then I could find points in the conversation to hit, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm letting them go. And they talking. And they, you know, whooping. We this and that, and we overly whooping. And I'm like, okay, that's respect. You know what I'm saying? I like that. But what about this, though? Then they got quiet. And I'm like, you see how y'all got quiet? That's because that's a foreign mentality, you know? You had to like really think about what I presented to your mind. You had to really dissect it. Reason being, you never heard it before. It's foreign to you, right? Okay. So something being foreign to you, you're gonna do one or two things. You're gonna become curious, or you're gonna push it away. This is what I'm telling them. So they listening. And I'm like, look at it like this. Would you rather, I ask like any of y'all got kids, would you rather mark a path, trail a path, set stepping stones, leave a legacy, and provide for your kids and your family? Or would you rather be in the streets all day with the homies and die and leave nothing behind? What make more sense to you? You're like, to live? I'm like, okay then. So if to live and be better make more sense, right, for you and your family, because majority of y'all got kids, why not change the way you think? If you change the way you think, you're gonna change the way you walk around. You ain't gonna walk around with that switch. You know what I'm saying? 7 of y'all with them. I ain't even supposed to be around y'all. You feel me?
Right.
But, so it's like, sometimes it's hard to reach the mind, because some of them don't want to hear it. Some of them was turning their shoulders and walking away, and you know, that's just how it goes. But it's about selecting when, what, and how you saying what you saying to specific people.
I like that example. That's really strong. So earlier you said you used the word poverty and streets interchangeably. How are they interchangeable?
I mean, well, the streets is poverty, right? Without poverty, the streets wouldn't be considered the streets. The struggle wouldn't be the same in the streets without poverty. Poverty is what makes the streets. That grit, that struggle, that we don't have, we going without, but we fighting to get, you know? That's what makes the streets, that poverty, that grit, that struggle, that resilience, that perseverance. So that's why I feel they interchangeable.
That's really interesting. I feel like I see an economic difference between the streets and poverty, but this is me seeing it from like being adjacent and having a close relationship with you, my other brothers, and also I think it's two different ways to experience systems. You get to learn about them, and then you get to have a personal relationship with people who experience them, or yourself, you experience them. So I think some of it is experience and like reading, but I feel like I see the streets, and I want to get your opinion on this, and that's why I'm asking you, or saying what I'm about to say. I see the streets as there is a couple economic products that drive a lot of people to it, right? And within those products, there are benefits, right? There's like to deal with the poverty that they're dealing with, right? Or the trauma that they're dealing with. And there is I see all like men in the streets either dealing drugs, doing some type of form, is just an unethical entrepreneur, right? Like you are providing, you don't mean to be that way. You probably got a big heart, great heart, but your immediate thing to sell, kind of in a similar way of what you were just saying, like with legacy, if that, because in a weird way, I see like really rich white men and street niggas as the same, because really rich white men probably got granddad, great granddad paved the way, they started the company, and I have to now be a steward of this company. I don't really have no other choice. I'm getting sent to the same college they went to, and if I don't go to that one, I got 2 other options that they maybe went to for masters or whatever. My path is already created for me. And a lot of times I think that is similar to black men and what the streets are, and whoever they peoples was in the streets. And so my young nigga gonna do this exact same thing. Mm-hmm. There's cash flow, there's payroll, there's protection, there's risk management, all in the streets. And I think that in the streets is the example, or one of the only experiences where black men get to feel in control and I have a say in how much money is touching my hand today. Versus if I am in school, I don't really have a say of what the knowledge I'm learning. I don't have a say in the teacher that I like, because if I'm in the streets and I don't like this one nigga, I don't fuck with him no more, whatever. But no, I gotta keep going to this one teacher, and sometimes, that teacher may have a thing towards you she might just not, have a different vibe, but you could change the problem. That's the main thing. And so when I don't know, I think that the streets is an institution. It's very organized, and it's very, it's a reaction, what I'm doing about what's happening to me. And I think poverty is a bit more complex, because you bring in things like redlining, like the housing issue that is occurring in Brightmoor, environmental issues, the fact that we can walk down the street and see like a damn couch and a dishwasher, it's illegal dumping, it's so many different things and systems that our schools aren't teaching us, but we learn through experience. And then eventually, if we maybe get to choose our own tracks in school, like get to college, you can go deeper into these ideas. But it takes a lot of schooling and a lot of money to be able, and access to get to that. So how am I understanding those comparisons? Does that resonate with you? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Anything you want to build upon?
You said black men and rich white men are the same. I like that analogy, because see, we can do this, right? Because our minds can see like a lot of different ways, perspectives, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people wouldn't be able to fathom the understanding of that, because they wouldn't see the correlation. Like they wouldn't be able to get away from the surface stuff. Rich white man, black, like it'd just be, the focus wouldn't be what the focus should be usually. And that's what the problem is majority of the time, right? People focusing or honing in on the wrong thing. And it's frustrating trying to get them to see that they doing that.
Yeah.
But that's a direct relation to poverty, though. That just popped in my mind. Because it's hard to get people to see that they think like they're in poverty, like they have impoverished thoughts. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I used to. Mm-hmm. I still do sometimes. Mm-hmm. For sure.
Me too.
I still do. Yeah. But I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's a strategic mind frame, you know? Like it's something like, okay, let's say like when you young, you told not to touch the stove because it's hot. Or you told that your mama and daddy love you no matter what, right? That's something that's placed in your mind. That's something that's taken and placed in your mind. You're gonna always believe it until something shows you different, right? That's the same with these young guys, the same thing that happened to us.
Yeah.
It's a placed mind frame, it's a placed thought process until
the seed is like continued to get watered.
just like you said, it's my young nigga, it's my young dog.
Yeah.
It's my grandson, he gonna go, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the same path.
Yeah.
It's the same exact path until you decide to break the loop in your mind.
Yeah. And I think I want to highlight also when you were kind of like, you didn't trust the delivery of your older brother. You needed to see something, right? And so if he was maybe not like NFL, but the major baseball league, if he was in those spaces, it would have been easier for him to get through.
Hell yeah, I'd listen to him. Hell yeah, you in an MLB.
Yeah. That's
Definitely.
real. That's real.
I don't know. Maybe. I feel like, I don't know. Maybe things wouldn't have happened different. I believe that this is the only way that I would have listened to God. Going to prison.
Yeah.
The only way.
When was the moment that you knew that?
That I knew that was the only way I was going to listen to him. Like 2 years ago.
What happened? Tell me about it.
He told me. It's the only way I was going to get you to listen to me. Any other way, I was going to have to dismember you, break you down. I didn't want to have to do that to you.
Yeah.
She's my dog, you know what I'm saying? My bad, baby. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And now being able to apply that, because it's a beauty. I mean, it's a negatives and positive to any character trait, but the positive focus on being hard-headed. It's like nobody can tell me that this is not going to work. And that's the spirit of an entrepreneur. That's the spirit of, I'll say, revolutionaries in our world, you know, and that's really important. Okay. I want to kind of transition. Well, first, let me ask, is there any moments that you want to share about that's connecting to these topics about your time in prison that we didn't already talk about? Like last time we kind of talked about how you get yourself out the cycle, like mentally, and how you were able to develop that.
How personal can I get?
You can get this is me. The camera is here, but and we can watch it back, and if you want to take stuff out, you don't have to.
I mean, so what was it like for you? Like, right, growing up, because we grew up in the same place,
Right.
but we was different paths in a way.
Yeah.
So, like, what was that like for you? Like, being from here, from poverty, being in poverty, dealing with it, seeing it, knowing people who done died, went to prison, struggling, who, you know, doing decent, doing good. You going to Michigan, you know, you dealing with the pressures of your life. Like, I mean, I know we talked about it, but like, what was that like really like? Like,
Is my answer gonna fuel your answer? Is gonna assist? Yeah. Okay. I figured that's why you asked that. I was watching this. It was the love story between President Kennedy's son. So I think JFK the third, and he was talking to his mom, and he had like failed, did not pass the bar. Everybody was like thinking he was gonna be another politician or maybe become president like his dad was, and he didn't. And he was kind of comparing himself to his mother, to his father, to his mother. And he said one thing that stuck out to me, and it was like, the mom was looked at him and said, excellence is different when it's expected of you. And I really resonated with that. Like growing up, my biological father was very celebratory when I brought home all A's or, you know, we would always go to you remember Family Video, so we would go to Family Video and they would give free rentals of movies if you had based on every A. So I had like 7 classes. We had like Emily go pick 2 movies, Daniel go pick 2 movies, I go pick 3 maybe. And we'd just get some popcorn or ginger snaps and watch it. But it was even those small things, or he might like buy me some shoes. What?
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and so that kind of made me.
Damn, movie. I forgot about that.
It was a direct like, oh, I do good, I do this sacrifice, and good things happen. But like when my parents divorced, I didn't, and I think also with him, my parents' marriage is a whole thing. I think he wasn't really ready for my mom to walk away, even though he knew that he needed to walk away. And so even though like my mom remarried, my mom had a very different approach, and I think in general, parents, like mothers typically love their sons and raise their daughters. And so I think that that's kind of what I was dealing with. Like and not to say she don't love me, I know that it's all love, but she was really hard on me. And I didn't get a lot of grace, I would say, that my sisters got. Like, as soon as I got a phone, I had to turn that bitch in, 9 p.m. My sisters, I think she just got tired as time went by. And one day I'll get to see that. But I'm saying that to say, there was no, oh, I'm going to go buy you some new shoes because you got all A's. And, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to go do that. For my mom, she wasn't like that. She was like, the lights turn on when you go flick the switch, the water run when you want to go take a shower, the food on the table. And when I think about it, it's like, and knowing poverty, I'm really grateful that my dad was just on the accessories. My mom was on the necessities, but I think it also, as an adult, it programmed me to be, I have to now like know that excellence do not have to be the standard. And even I don't think I'm ever gonna like switch that, but give myself more grace when I don't necessarily meet that every single time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to get all A's. Like in college, like shit, I was like, I get a C, I'm straight.
I remember.
Yeah, I get a C, I'm straight. So, but yeah, I think when I was younger, especially around like 17, and I took an unparalleled path of taking the gap year, it was a lot of pressure. A lot of people felt a lot. And also like my speech, it was a lot. I definitely felt a lot. And now when I look back, I realize the impact it had on my sisters. Like being able to be like, no, like you don't gotta go to a PWI, go to a college though. You know what I mean? And I can help you with FAFSA. Mommy don't really know how to do this. I can help you talk to that assistant, that academic advisor. I can help you pick that class. And so I'm really beneficial that I was able to pave the way. It's a song that say, the first one through the wall always gonna get bloodied up. I think I kind of felt that with the extra pressures. But I mean, I think the poverty experience, it was lonely, right? Like,
Disarmed. Check. System. Ready to arm. Message.
okay. I hope that don't start going off. Anyway, I just had a different experience than all my peers at Michigan. Like I had somebody pass almost every semester, right? I was building my relationship with you. I was on that phone. I was on JPay, it was lonely, but I also am really grateful for the self-reflection it gave me. You know that song, 3 Wishes by J. Cole? That always stayed close to me when I would want companionship, because even if I relate to somebody from the hood, it's not many of them who understand how I feel when I go back up to Michigan. Or when I relate to somebody at Michigan, it's not many people that I would even get in my address to take me home. I just like, I'm from that way for real. I ain't even trying to like put you through it. Just go ahead, drop me off downtown. I'll figure out a way, or I get an Uber, whatever it may be. But now I do have friends now. I'm really grateful that stuck with me throughout college, and we're friends now that they've seen all of these aspects of my life and get to see me wholly and fit and be like, damn, like,
this where you from?
Yeah. You dealt with a different load of shit that we had to deal. It's that I think in lyrics, that, but that Drake and Jhené Aiko song was like, I know you've been through more than most of us. I think that they feel that, but you also, I don't know, you don't want to feel lonely in it. Now I just feel a little like, I have to, everything I've been able to do, learn, I just saw all the no's I got as an opportunity to fuel everything, like I got these, I'm here and I'm trying to be goated in New York and I'm kind of goated at home. So while I'm about to go over there in a whole new environment that also it's just economically don't make sense. The industry I want to work in ain't hiring right now. So hopefully that answers your question. The pressure was on, it was serious, but now I feel a little bit more grounded in it, in that I couldn't, I don't think it would have went any other way. Even if I tried to go back and manipulate my life and like switch things around, I think I still would have dealt with everything. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that was the way that I think a lot of times too, like even at Michigan, like I was trying to run from it, not where I'm from, never that, but like my life's purpose. And I think everything kind of let me, like I feel like I'm able to relate to everybody, my people, and go tell other people about, like, go give me some money so I can help them. Go give me some, resources so I can help. I think that's kind of, I'm a bridge builder. And I think that across a lot of different sectors. So, yeah, that was a long answer.
Been there. I had 3, 4 of them. It's all right. So you going into politics?
Absolutely not.
So what you mean? So how you gonna do that? You just gonna be a liaison?
No, like, I need some money to start this program. I already know who we gonna hire to start it. I got an idea. Let's bring it out.
What program?
Any program. It's not making sense.
It's making sense.
A little bit. Mm-hmm. So are you getting ideas on how to talk about, you want it to get personal?
No,
not really.
No,
we don't have to talk
No,
about
I asked what I wanted to ask.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna come out naturally.
Okay, I'm gonna let it do that. Well, tell me about, what is your favorite daydream that aligns with your life's purpose?
Favorite daydream that aligns with life's purpose. I'm gonna say, I could put it to you like this. The best way I can explain it is like this. Think about the U.S. Senate or something like that, right? How they got the big dog that's sitting at one seat at the top. And they got everybody else that just let them, they come in and get their speeches and they talk and ask questions and whatever. And he let the other constituents handle it. And then at the end, he say, this is what's going on. That's what it is. That's the daydream that I like to visualize that's aligned with my life's purpose. So
you want to go into politics?
No.
No. I missed it.
747.
That's hilarious. But you dream of the political structure.
No, it's more so of the ranking system, the hierarchy, right? Okay. The hierarchy, right? Like, what I know I got to do is similar to a structure of what I just broke down. It's similar to the structure of the House of Representatives having a meeting, right? You got everybody around with the cameras and shit that's back here. Yeah. Then you got the members up here. People come ask questions and they,
Yeah.
Then you got the big dog at the top. You know what I'm saying? Right there that just, he comfortable. He chilling till it's time for him to speak. Or if people speak too much, he tell them shut up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then everybody got their position. What he did was put everybody in position, right? Gave everybody a purpose. Gave everybody a job. This what you do. Oversight committee. This what you do. This what you do. This what you do. This. And then this what they do up under y'all. Y'all hire them. And then when they come in, this how we gonna let them answer. You see what I'm saying? He created structure. He created, so.
That's really interesting. What is the problem that the room is trying to solve in this daydream? Oh, give me a list of problems that this room will solve.
Evilness, for one. World dominion, world negativity, homosexual confusion. Now, if you're gonna leave that in there, that's up to you.
Oh.
Now, listen, I don't have nothing against it. My thing is the kids. They attack the kids.
So
I don't have a problem.
I don't think it's a problem, and I'm also not offended, even though I just had that reaction. Me and my mom just had a conversation about this, because you know how she feels about my sexuality and all the different things, and I do think there's a difference between, because in the Black communities, in all of colored communities, I'm assuming in all of the colored communities, I haven't really been that adjacent to know that, but sexuality wasn't forced down people's throats.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was like, oh, my auntie got a roommate that she had for 20 years. That's her girl. Later on, we like, oh, that was her girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
right? We understood it. It was subtle, right? And it also, we shielded children from all types of sex, all type of relationships. Like one of the things that I wanted to say when we were talking is like, at 17-year-old Dana, it was so like, not boys are bad, but relationships are not the focus. You know what I mean? He was like, yeah, don't even go into it. And now I'm about to be 27 and my mom is like, where the kids at? And it's like, whoa, we just did a 10-year jump. And sometimes I still feel like 17-year-old Dana, right? But I was a kid, right? And now this is the time or whatever that may be, or what society may be pressuring. And I think that it is I don't think I don't know the history of the formation of the LGBTQ community, but I don't think that it was a bunch of Black people in the room and said, we're going to call ourselves LGBTQ and we're going to make sure that they are in, all these different ways. I think there's a way that we can get representation and be seen without the forcing. To me, forcing is like genocide. It's like how white people have forced any type of policy or any type of initiative in this country. And I think there is a very clear difference between a white gay person and a Black gay person. Mm-hmm. And I think that it's harder for Black men that are gay. And I mean, it's hard for some Black women. It's a different thing. But I think what the critiques that I hear from the Black community is not about people loving who they want to love. Y'all feel cool with that. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's your business. But it's about the forcing and the whiteness that accompanies this agenda. And we not them kind of people. You know what I mean? Like, we gonna see our kids and be like, I want them to have freedom of choice. Like, again, because you had, it's the same thing going into the white man, rich white man, and like man in the hood, Black men in the hood. It's like what seed is planted and what gets watered, right? And I think it's like a plethora of options, but it's not a way to, right now, they're struggling with finding a way to show that these are options without, like, this is the option. You know what I mean?
You just said?
What'd you say?
Not to cut you off, did you hear what you said?
Yeah, what'd I say?
Rewind.
Just say it.
Something about the seed, I forgot.
Oh, like there's watering. The forcing is watering the seed and placing the seed in their heads when they're that young, and I do understand that. Even though there's another side. Go ahead.
Young water.
Young water. Exactly. There's another side that goes into, like, there are some kids who knew at that age, right? Like, who they liked and when they reflect, so.
When I said that, did the correlation pop up in your mind?
Of Young Water?
Mm-hmm.
I know that that's your Facebook name, but I don't know why it is. Tell me.
A lot of reasons. A lot. We'll talk about that in a second, though.
One of the pillars in this oral history is water.
Well, I mean,
you didn't talk about it in the last one.
We did.
We talked about water and the importance to you, but you didn't break down Young Water and why. This is not my interview. Please stop trying to interview me.
I ain't interviewing you. We just talking.
You're right.
It boiled down to purpose, right? Mission.
Mm-hmm.
Water carries the unknown, right? It's the beholder of the unknown. Mysticism, wisdom, right? So water is also mutable.
Unknown, like the curiosity you were talking about with the young boys?
Oh, no. Forget just boys. We talking about water in general, right? Water is a life-driving force. Water is also the only unstoppable force on the planet.
Yeah, like fire gets put out by water. Is that what you mean?
What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? They come together, right? Just for that moment. I'm using that analogy and that example to show you the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the cells, the spirit of the water. You feel me? It's living, right? So let's say somehow, some way we was able to fill this house up with water, right? The water isn't confined to the house because the house is confining it.
Okay.
It's confined because it's choosing to be confined, right? So if you think about water, let's say this house was filled with water. The water would seep through the walls eventually, right? This is the water studying its environment. This is the water studying its surroundings, putting itself inside of what's around it, and then coming out on the other side of it, right? So if we let this water out this house and it's splashed out, it's gonna go everywhere. It's free now. I can move where I wanna move. Water is living. Water is very wise. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, life-driving force, it carries life. It's a peaceful, serene, it just gives you a certain type of feel, right? It's also a guiding force, a guiding factor. You can learn a lot from it. You feel me? It's just the beholder of the unknown. It's just so wise.
Yeah.
That's me.
I love that. It's a beautiful analogy. Do you understand how I was connecting that to the curiosity? Not just of young men, but of like, okay.
That's what made me bring it up.
Yeah. Wow. That's beautiful. What do you want people to remember Brightmoor for?
Is resilience. The power we got to stay grounded. You feel me? No matter what the circumstances is. Broke, rich, poor. We still here. No matter what.
I love that.
I'm sure you do.
I feel like very rooted, like and thorough, like we touched on a lot of things. Is there anything that you want to say that completes it, this interview or the oral history?
If you from Brightmo and you can't name every street from Southfield to Telegraph, from Plymouth to 7 Mile, you ain't from the hood. Go.
Me? Oh
Go.
my God. You know I'm directionally challenged.
Directionally challenged.
This is such a big thing. I took my mom. She wanted me to drive. We went to the airport to go get Emily's tickets for New York, and I didn't. I had the GPS on, and you know, older people always hate when you put the GPS on.
Oh, David was talking about you then. You can't go nowhere without GPS. I knew he was talking about you.
Yeah.
You that directionally challenged.
Yeah. But I am not insecure about it. You know why I'm not insecure about it? Because I can go to any country and understand the public transportation, and I don't speak the language. I have gotten out and through different areas, and I will be okay.
How can you understand that like that? Just like the flow of it?
Like, I'm just, like what you were talking about, I'm just dedicated to, like, I am going to learn this. I'm not going to take no Uber every day. And I think it's also a lot that you learn from public transportation in different cities. But I know you can drop me off in Japan and I will find a way to get to my hotel. I promise you I will. So I just feel like I know I should, but I'll get there one day. I feel like that's a pro max Detroiter. I'm not a pro max Detroiter right now.
Where you at? Just
You
a base
gave-
model?
You gave me a D the other day when it came to street knowledge.
I
And
guess-
maybe I'm around there. I don't know. Maybe I'm around there.
You at a D plus now.
Okay.
You got
And
a little
like
bump.
I said, I'm dedicated to getting my A. You know how I am.
Little bump.
Yeah,
Mhm.
whatever. Okay, and then the last moment, I want you to say just your name and just say Brightmo to the world blow.
Cody Mo. Brightmo to the world blow.